Well, hello there, CryptoWisers. It's your good friend Milton here with another video for you. Today's video, I am going to be talking the top 5 projects right now that are built on Polkadot. That's right. I'm once again talking about my beloved Polkadot. If you've been watching CryptoWise for a while, you know that I've had a love-hate relationship with Polkadot over the last little while. I will explain all that to you, but lots of alpha in today's video about 5 projects connected to Polkadot that are incredible. So even if you're not a Polkadot fan, you got to watch this video because these are 5 projects you really need to know about. And I'm going to also explain to you why you don't even need to consider these projects Polkadot projects. If you don't like Polkadot, that's fine. These projects are huge standalone projects on their own. Well, at least 4 of the 5 are, and I will explain that in this video. Now, some of you may have noticed that yesterday we dropped a video, this one here, top 5 SWE memes this week, and it wasn't me. It was not your old friend Milton making that video. That was a video by the SWE legend. That's right. Here on CryptoWise, you are now going to get 2 for the price of 1, and the price being 0. Because now, not only am I going to be making videos for CryptoWise, but we're going to also have the SWE legend drop a bunch of content about SWE. And no one I know is more of a degen than the SWE legend. So he is going to dive deep into the dirtiest degen stuff you'd ever heard of, starting yesterday with the top 5 SWE memes this week. This guy loves meme coins, especially on the SWE network. So he's going to be bringing his particular knowledge base of that dirty degen stuff here at CryptoWise. So make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for not only Milti videos, but also the SWE degen videos as well. All right, guys, as promised, today's video, top 5 projects right now on the Polkadot network. But before I reveal what those projects are, I got to get through this Milti rant, okay? Milti's rant. I promise to keep it quick, but this is a bit of a reunion for me making a video about Polkadot because if you are one of the few people who have been watching CryptoWise from the very beginning, because I launched this channel in fall 2020, which crazy is over 4 years ago now, you'll know that a lot of my early videos were about Polkadot. I was one of the very first YouTubers covering Polkadot. I covered it all through 2020, all through 2021, into 2022. And that was just because of my love of Polkadot, Gavin Wood, the tech that he was creating, and a bunch of the projects that were launching on Polkadot. But then came OpenGov, okay? And OpenGov is the Polkadot decentralized governance. Polkadot really is the largest DAO in the world. Now, in theory, I love this idea of decentralized governance, but in practice, it really pissed me off, okay? If I'm going to be honest, because millions of dollars were spent from the treasury, and as a big DOT holder, I watched the price of DOT tank as a group of insiders decided to spend millions of dollars marketing Polkadot on a ton of YouTube channels and podcasts by people who don't know anything about Polkadot and don't even talk about Polkadot. They also spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on channels that only cover Polkadot, but are only watched by hardcore Polkadot insiders. The problem with that is then you're basically paying those guys to cover Polkadot nonstop, which means they have an unfair advantage. So why would anyone else cover Polkadot, including people like myself who actually love it, but are like, why am I going to cover it when other people are getting paid to either not cover it or cover it full time? It's a bit of a flaw. I feel like OpenGov launched too early. And if you follow me over on X, you'll know that because I definitely have tweeted about this over the last couple of years. And if you're not following me on X, make sure you do. CryptoWise guys, especially right now, because I'm holding a contest at the moment. I'm doing a SWE giveaway. Before the end of the year, I will be giving away $50 of SWE. So make sure you are following me over there at CryptoWise guys and have a look for this tweet. My SWE giveaway tweet tells you everything you need to do to qualify. Very, very easy to qualify. I'll be giving away $50 of SWE to one of you lovely CryptoWisers. All right, that is my rant over about OpenGov, but here I am covering Polkadot, not funded by the treasury, probably the only person on YouTube talking about Polkadot that is not being paid by the treasury. But the truth is, Polkadot cannot be ignored. As much as I have problems with OpenGov and other aspects of Polkadot, there's just too much going on to be ignored. And a lot of people, I think, have the wrong idea about Polkadot. So if you are one of those people out there, and I do get comments on YouTube all the time saying Polkadot's dead, why he's talking about polka dots. Well, a lot of people, and I don't blame, just aren't paying attention to what's really going on. So I'm going to explain to you all the exciting things going on with Polkadot. First of all, if you're new to Polkadot, you got to follow Gavin Wood at Gav of York. Okay, this is one of the geniuses in blockchain. He was one of the founders of Ethereum, and he's the founder of Polkadot. He's the reason why I really believe in Polkadot to this day, even though many mistakes have been made over the last 4 years. And every year, Gavin writes a long year-end roundup about what happened on Polkadot over the last year. It's very long, very in-depth, so I will not read it here or go through it, although I will touch upon some of this stuff in my top 5 projects on Polkadot today. But I highly recommend that if you're interested in Polkadot, you don't know much about it, or if you're one of those people that thinks Polkadot is dead, go read Gavin's Polkadot roundup of the year on Medium. You can find it from his X account. Trust me, a lot is going on Polkadot. A lot has happened in 2024, and much more is happening in 2025. One of the big things that people might not know about Polkadot is that there are actually a lot of transactions going on Polkadot. They're breaking records month over month. So this is a chart of the number of transactions on Polkadot. We can see the last 3 months. This is September, October, November. So November, they broke the record of transactions on Polkadot. Now, the important thing to remember about Polkadot, it's a layer 0. So it's not like Solana. On something like Solana, that's a layer 1. So people building on Solana, they're building dApps, okay, decentralized apps. But a Polkadot, it's a layer 0. So you actually have people building full-on layer 1 blockchains onto Polkadot. And some people just don't understand this concept. Now, it's going to get even more confusing as we move forward, because now they have changed the whole way that Polkadot works over the last year. In the early days, you had to buy a 2-year lease from Polkadot to use the security of it and get the interoperability of it. Those were called parachains. So all the blockchains built on Polkadot to this point have been parachains, but now they scrapped that, which is great. And now it's really flexible. They do this thing where you can buy what they call core time. So anyone building a blockchain who wants to use Polkadot Relay Chain for its security can just buy core time. And they have these auctions where people can buy this. It's totally flexible. Right now, it's super cheap to buy core time on Polkadot. But now you don't have to build a whole blockchain if you don't want to. You can also just build a dApp, put it right onto Polkadot. So it's becoming way more flexible to use for developers. And I think we're going to see over the coming months this really take off as the early parachains who locked in for 2 years. Once those expire, those people are now going to have to buy core time from DOT as opposed to leasing out the parachain. I won't go into the nitty gritty of that, but no, that's going to be bullish for Polkadot. But looking at the transaction history here, transactions are going up on Polkadot. Now, they're not recorded in the same way as some of the other chains. Polkadot has a disadvantage with some of the tools of tracking blockchain stats. And I'll talk about that in terms of DeFi Llama and DeFi coming up. The important thing to take away here is transactions are going up on Polkadot by a lot, and they're going to continue to go up. And I'm going to explain that when I start talking about my top 5 projects. Okay, without further ado, let's get to it. My number 1 project right now on Polkadot is OriginTrail. This is a supply chain blockchain and what they call NeuroWeb. So if I go back to Gavin Wood's roundup of the year, he talks about the transactions going up on DOT. Here in this paragraph, he says, indeed, transaction volume across parachains is up around 300% over the course of the year, increasing from a little over 10 million transactions a month to almost 40 million in November. Event volume, an alternative metric of on-chain, paints a similar picture. NeuroWeb by OriginTrail has led the pack of late with 200 million events and 14 million transactions last month alone, showcasing Polkadot's ability to manage the volume needed for a global supply chain tracker. Really, out of all the chains, Polkadot is the best equipped right now to do supply chain, to have a supply chain blockchain on it. OriginTrail has been building something spectacular over the last few years, and we're finally seeing that in the transaction numbers going crazy, how all the work that they've been doing over the last few years is coming to fruition. If we have a look at OriginTrail, the ticker for the token is TRAC, track. It's sitting at 88 cents right now, a market cap of 365 million. Fully diluted market cap of 440 million. So the market cap is not that much lower than the fully diluted market cap. And that's the beautiful thing about some of these Polkadot projects. They launched years ago and have been building, and we're only slowly seeing some of the fruits of that labor now. OriginTrail is one of those projects. This is one I really like. Its all-time high was over $2. That was towards the end of the last bull cycle. Now we're sitting at 88 cents. So we still got over 50% to go before it hits its old all-time high. Unlike some of the other Polkadot tokens, this one is widely available. It's already on Coinbase. It's on crypto.com. It's on Kraken. So this one is out there widely available. All right, my number 2 Polkadot project right now, which is actually number 1 in my heart. This is the one I am most excited about right now. That is Mythical Games. You guys watch the channel, you know that I love Web3 Gaming. I think it's going to be huge. I'll be making a lot of videos coming up about some of the games that I love, but people are sleeping on Mythical. This is their homepage here, mythicalgames.com, and you are not reading that wrong. They are going to launch in the summer of 2025 FIFA Rivals. Anyone who has played video games, sports video games, know FIFA is the biggest name in sports video games worldwide. These guys have got the rights to do a mobile game app, FIFA Rivals, which is an extension of their already super popular NFL Rivals. That's right. These guys have a game right now on the Apple App Store called NFL Rivals. This is not potential. This is out there right now. Millions of people are playing this game right now. So if I go back to those transactions, those monthly transactions, Mythos, their Polkadot chain, Mythos, their blockchain, their gaming blockchain, which is on the Polkadot relay chain, this purple bar right here, that is all Mythos. So going back to what Gavin Wood said about transactions, he talks about them in the first paragraph. Mythos hosts the assets of several games, not least NFL Rivals, and brings with it nearly 1 million active wallets and a user base of 5 million gamers. Guys, these are incredible numbers already. And then they're going to be launching FIFA Rivals in the summer. And before that, early in 2025, they're going to be launching Pudgy Party. Yes, that is a partnership with Pudgy Penguins. They're going to be launching the Pudgy Penguin game on Mythos with Pudgy Penguins, which is by far the most popular, successful NFT out there right now. Okay, so I don't know how people are still sleeping on Mythos and their Myth token. Here is a tweet that they did about a week ago. This is their marketplace, their NFT marketplace. So people who are playing NFL Rivals or any of their mobile games, they have no idea that behind the scenes is blockchain. So in the game, NFT Rivals, you can be trading one player for another. You get your asset on your game. The transaction happens in the background. They don't need to know that they're playing on blockchain. So this is their NFT marketplace here. And you can see they have consistently month over month over month, more inflows than outflows. They are growing at a rapid pace. This is real traction, real utility out right now. No more potential. This is right now. So one of my very favorite plays for 2025 is the Myth token from Mythos. Right now it's sitting at around 23 cents. Its market cap is 178 million, fully diluted market cap of 233 million. Guys, this is a joke compared to some other projects out there, other gaming chains that these guys are a competitor to. These guys have NFL, they've got FIFA, they've got Pudgy Penguins. No one else can compete in terms of partnerships like that. And really, we have not seen them take off yet. This is why I am just slowly building my bag of Mythos, of Myth. I have not stopped. It's one of the projects that I DCA in on a regular basis. All right, moving along. Project number 3. This is a DeFi blockchain on Polkadot called Hydration. Now, I had been waiting for a DeFi chain to really take off on Polkadot for years. It took so long. At first, we thought it was going to be a Kala. Moonbeam had some stuff on it. Other people tried Hydration, which used to be HyDX, has risen to the surface. It is by far the best DeFi platform on Polkadot right now. It's the one that I use the most. Here is the app here. You can see it. It's got a great layout. They just launched their borrowing and lending side of things. So much like Aave, you can now borrow and lend your assets on Hydration. But where I use it the most is their liquidity pools. They have one-sided liquidity Omni pool, so you can add assets so you don't need 2 assets to add here. You can put any of these assets in on a one-sided. And right now, thanks to the treasury, the dot treasury, this is one thing that I think they got right. They've given liquidity to Hydration to pump up the rewards that you can earn right now, so that would hopefully help them build their TVL, because the TVL on Polkadot is still pathetic, to be honest. So Hydration now at 57 million, it's respectable. You can see that since September, it's gone up pretty substantially from 10 million to where we sit now, just under 60 million. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they are giving really great rewards now. I have my DOT on here. I use the stablecoin pool. And I have other assets on here. You can see for DOT alone, you're getting 21%. For stablecoins, you can get up to 35%. Now, most of the rewards are in VDOT and in the hydration token. So you're not getting 35% in stablecoins back, but this is still great, especially if you want to accumulate DOT. Other ones here that have great traction are Astar at 44%, CFG 51%, and Kilt 74%. Those ones are really great. The other thing here is that you can find a lot of the tokens that I'm talking about here on hydration. Obviously, the hydration token HTX is on here, but this is also a place where you can get the Myth token. I've actually found that you can get Myth here a little bit cheaper than other places. Right now, you can, at least that might change, but this is a great place to get Myth token if you're interested. Now, if you're not sure what wallet to use for Polkadot, I would recommend Talisman, but you can just use your MetaMask if you want, but the Talisman wallet is a great wallet. It's my favorite Polkadot wallet at the moment. Okay, going back to the TVL on Polkadot. If we go to DeFi Llama, Polkadot's going to be nowhere to be found. Okay, if you go to the top chains for TVL, now it wouldn't be here anyway because it has terrible TVL, to be honest, but it will never be here because of what I said before. It's a layer 0. So it doesn't credit Polkadot for the TVL on hydration. It has hydration here itself. It's number 56. So unless they start combining all the blockchains that are on Polkadot and just saying this is DOT, you're not going to ever see DOT on DeFi Llama or something like that, which I do think hurts DOT overall. The hydration token HDX, I have a little bag myself that I stake on hydration, but it's not something that I'm hugely invested in, but it's the best DeFi platform that I've used on Polkadot. So you got to think that it has some value. And at a market cap of 50 million, it's much lower than many of the decentralized exchanges on other chains. All right, moving along. My next one is Astar. Okay, this is a project I've talked a lot about on the channel. One of my very first interviews on the channel was with Sota Watanabe, who's the founder of Astar. I think this guy is one of the smartest, hardest working guys in all of blockchain. Now, Astar has done a lot of changes since I've last talked about it. They've teamed up with Sony, yes, the Sony, that big corporation out of Japan, Sony, and they are creating Sonium. This is the Sony blockchain. But Sota has made it clear that people who hold Astar, who are supporting Astar, will not be left behind. There are going to be many ways for Astar holders to take advantage of the success of Sonium. Now, they've already launched this, which is the Surge program, where you can stake your Astar tokens and you'll be airdropped many of the first dApps that launch on Sonium. This is a great opportunity. I think Sonium can do really, really well. And if you own Astar, you can stake it and you can get in on some of the early dApps that are going to be launching on Sonium. From a price perspective, I think Astar still has a lot of room to grow. It is not tiny. It's 466 million right now, but the fully diluted is just over 500 million. So most of the Astar is out there circulating already. That's what I love about some of these Polkadot projects. It's only at just over 6 cents. Lots of room to grow here. And again, if you don't want to take part of Surge, but you want to have some Astar, you can always stake it on hydration and get over 44% for that Astar. All right, last, certainly not least, one of my favorite altcoins out there is the Kilt protocol. This is a digital decentralized identity play, one of the best that I've found in the space. Now, I was a very early investor in Kilt, and my timing was terrible on this. If we look at the chart, we can see that when it launched, it was at $12, over $12, and now it's sitting at 17 cents. So that's the bad news. They launched right at the tail end of the last bull run. The good news for you, if you're not in Kilt yet, is this is an amazing opportunity to get in. Okay, their market cap is just over 8 million. It is still tiny. They're fully diluted, 50 million. And look, we all know that decentralized ID is the future. What we don't know is who are going to be the winners of that future. I think Kilt has a really good shot. They have a huge partnership with Deloitte already. I think this is an altcoin ready to take off. They just did some brand new branding for the project that the community did for it, which looks great. The Kilt token is a multi-chain token, so you really don't have to consider it a Polkadot project anymore, although it is built on Substrate. It's its own blockchain, and the token itself is not only on Polkadot. It is now on Ethereum and Base. They have a decentralized bridge where you can bridge over Kilt from Ethereum to Polkadot to Base, and they're going to be adding other chains. And the great part about it is the tokenomics will not change. Okay, the total supply will never change, but it will be multi-chain. Now, I'm going to be doing some further content on Kilt, so I won't go too far into it on this video. But no, this is one of my favorite plays for 2025. I know I've been talking about it for years now, and so far I've been wrong in terms of price action. But if I did not already have my Kilt bags packed already, I would be licking my lips to get in here at 17 cents at an $8 million market cap. I think this only has room but up to go. The sky's the limit for Kilt in 2025 and beyond. Okay, those are my top 5 projects right now. There are many more I could have talked about. If you go on to CoinMarketCap, you'll see that DOT is a sponsor on CoinMarketCap, and so they have their own little category here. So if you can go here to CoinMarketCap, just go to DOT and you can see all the DOT projects. Some of them you'll be surprised by, like something like BitTensor, which actually really isn't a Polkadot project. It was early on. They are using Substrate to build it, but it has no real connection to Polkadot anymore. It's not using the Relay chain for its security. But the flip side of that is they are actually missing other projects. Like one of my faves that I didn't mention as my top 5 is Peak. This is an RWA play. This one has been doing really, really well since its launch. Its token launch was not too long ago. It's sitting at 55 cents right now, which is not too far from its all-time high, which was just a couple of weeks ago. It was over 70 cents. So I have not aped into Peak yet, but this is a project I really love. Market cap 358 million, fully diluted 2.32 billion. So this is not a small project by any means, but this is a RWA play that already has huge partnerships already in place. So this is definitely a project to have on your radar. And again, it's not really Polkadot in that it is multi-chain, but you're going to find that with a lot of Polkadot projects, because the whole point about Polkadot was it would be interoperable, not only with other Polkadot projects, but with other chains. And we're finally seeing that come to fruition. All right, guys, that's been my top 5 projects on Polkadot right now. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, leave me a comment. What do you think? What would your top 5 DOT projects right now be? Which one did I leave out that you love? Which ones of the ones that I talked about do you love? How would your top 5 be different than mine? Let me know in the comments. I really appreciate you guys watching our content. It's great to be back here on CryptoWise. I think 2025 is going to be a huge year, and I can't wait for us all to enjoy the success over the coming months. So I hope that you will subscribe to the channel and make CryptoWise part of your crypto journey. All right, guys, until next time, I'm Milton saying over and out.